Merry Christmas, everybody. I want to start this episode talking about a gripe that I have, and this is like such an old man bullshit gripe. But I have done this three times in the last week. You know what I never, ever, ever, ever want to do? What? Call someone through Instagram Messenger. Never in a million years do I want to do that. I disable the feature. I'm never calling anyone in that fucking thing. And they put the call button in the exact same place as the home screen on another screen. And so I click the top fucking right corner and accidentally call somebody. I've done it 3 times this week. Completely lucid. Completely like in my, like, just going through my messages and done that. And then have to be like, hey, sorry I called you at like 1 a.m.
I was trying to look through our DMs so I could jerk it.
Like screenshots to my friends.
I was trying to get blackmail material. I'm so sorry. And then I called you. And now you have blackmail material.
Damn, sorry. 3 months ago, I sent you a fire message, and I wanted to go reread the cool words I said.
First question. Andrew, who's your phone service provider?
Arthur, Tannen, and Tannen.
Okay. They must be better than T-Mobile because I have had better quality phone calls on Instagram than I have with my paid phone service.
You know what? You're not. Here's the thing. I never want to call someone on Instagram, but I have done it in the past. Yeah. I have called people on Instagram in the past simply because the normal AT&T cell service has sucked so much dick, but and it has actually worked better through video calls have worked better through Instagram. It's wild.
I will say there's something about the Instagram video or audio call that is so sinister in that you cannot one tap get out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's meant to trap you like an old person to go, all right, I'll see you later. All right, how do I shit. How do I get out?
You can't
I can't figure it out. I don't know how.
Yeah. It's like, it's made to go, all right, I'll see you later. Okay. God, I fucking hate that guy, right? It's like so much stress. God, if next time I see him, I'm going to punch him in the face. Boop.
Yeah, it's straight up like every single time I've ever had to get off of a call on Instagram, of which I've done several on accident. Of course. I've always had, it's like ruining somebody's last words. It's like, my last words. I'm surrounded by my family. What a life. Oh, the pain, fuck! And then you die. Like that's getting off of an Instagram call.
Yeah. It's not the amount of days in your life. It's the amount of life in your days. Oh, God in heaven. Fuck. Fuck me. Fuck. This fucking sucks. This sucks dick and ass. Fuck.
Me trying to pull the plug on myself. Just like, how do I get out of here? How do I? Oh, shit. I added a filter. No. Merry Christmas. Do you guys want to do this podcast?
Let's fucking go.
Welcome, everybody, to the only relationship advice show guaranteed to ruin your relationship and your holiday. It's boyfriend material. I am your snowy, cuddly, bundled up boyfriend, Armando Torres.
And I am a pile of dirty laundry that someone set a magic hat on, and I became Andrew Rosas.
And I am your extremely sick before the holidays because my body's immune system refuses to collapse on times where I actually have to go to work. Griff. I only get sick on holidays and weekends.
I get sick every single time that I come to the Midwest because it's so beautiful and sunny in California, and then I get off the plane and it's 0 degrees, like like arithmetic weather. No, like it shouldn't make sense.
It's actually 0. Like you said to me, it was 0 degrees, and I was like, no. And I know it's cold, but Armando, what? How cold is it? And you're like, it was 0.
It was the absence of weather.
And I was like, oh, that sounds like I would curl up and die in a ball probably if that happened to me.
Yeah, I keep calling it algebra weather because the other day it was -7, which is like a construct of the mind how cold it is. That doesn't make any sense.
How do you have a negative degree? Whatever. I hate it here.
You know that guy, you remember that story about that guy in Italy who was a government worker who basically got paid and never showed up to work for like 25 years? Like it was like 20, he got paid and never went to work. That guy is Griff's immune system. Yes. been being paid for 2.5 decades, never shown up.
I have concepts of a T cell, but
episode title, got it. Concepts of a T cell, we got it.
No, dude, I usually like fly home for Christmas, but due to not being able to board my horse dog in the stable that I usually put her in for the holidays. Me, her, and my girlfriend drove across country to Georgia, to my mom's house for the holidays. And boy, was that 16 hours completely doable, except for the fact that 12 hours before we were set to leave, I woke up sick.
No.
Yeah, I woke up with like scratchy throat, achy body, headache. I was like sneezing so much. I thought I almost threw up from how much I was sneezing. Like, you know when you sneeze and you can't catch your breath and then you keep sneezing and it feels like you're choking yourself. It was like that. And then like my nose, like I couldn't sleep because my nose was running so bad. I had to just sleep with like a towel under my face. And then like by the next morning, I was like, this is the beginning of a sinus infection. I don't have health insurance. What I do have is the inability to follow doctor's orders. So I have my antibiotics left over from the last time I got a sinus infection.
Mm-hmm. You got to finish them, Griff. That's why your immune system is dog shit. You got to finish those fucking cycles.
No, he's wrong. You got to save them like you did so you can use them now when you need them.
Yeah, if nobody finished their antibiotic cycles, then how the fuck do the people in The Last of Us in the future gonna have the antibiotics that they find underground that they have to ration?
Exactly. What are you telling me? They're just rotting their own orange peels in a petri dish? No. Absolutely.
I had that happen. That sneezing effect that you're talking about, where like you think you're gonna throw up because you see. I had that happen in the car the other day. I was driving. I was driving on the 5, and like after 3 sneezes, I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna die, because sneezing while you're driving is like a nightmare. Like after it's 3 sneezes, I was gonna die. After 5, I was like, I hope it happens. Like I hope. After 5, I'm like, I hope I die.
It's like you have so much air in your lungs, you just keep gasping in. I'm like, am I reverse drowning? Am I getting over oxygenated? Yeah. Also, I felt even worse because like my pony-sized dog in the back seat, which is the reason I have the sinus infection in the first place. And then my beautiful, sweet, gorgeous girlfriend had to do the entire 16-hour drive alone.
Oh,
because I was so she drove the entire way from Texas, and got us here safely. And honestly, a miracle in and of itself, because I could not. Oh my God! Wait, I just remembered something that wasn't a fever dream from all the medication I was on. Mm-hmm. We stopped at a Cane's.
Sick.
In Pascagoula, Mississippi, which is where I think my mom's family is from. And while we were pulling out of the drive-thru, a white man walked in front of our car, and she goes, I think that's my ex-boyfriend from college. And I was like,
What?
So we park, and like, he's doing, like, I see him in the rear view. He's doing like a double take, triple take, and she's also doing double take, triple take. And then they make eye contact, and he looks away. And she was like, I think that was my boyfriend from college. And I'm like, that's not. I was like, isn't he like in Canada? And she was like, I think he moved back to New York. I don't know why he'd be in Mississippi. So like, we're sitting there eating our chicken tendies, and he comes back. Because it turns out he was parked in the car directly next to us. So he is in his car, like looking for something in the console, like through the driver's side. She's in the driver's seat. I'm facing that way. So I'm looking at him. He sees me. He's looking in there, and then he just walks away. And I was like, are you sure that was him? She looks up. She's like, that was 100% him. And I'm like, first of all, the simulation is getting faulty.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
why was he in Mississippi at 9 p.m. in the canes in the smallest, weirdest pass through town of Mississippi. Nothing makes sense.
It's because they're reusing assets because they've gotten
Exactly.
too lazy
literally.
too poor to let animators do their fucking thing.
They're using too much AI, and now my
Yes.
fucking middle school teacher is like working the drive-thru at the Wendy's.
Yeah, that's because a subliterate 10th grader is chat GPTing how to write an essay. And
that caused the singularity to fuck up so bad that
Exactly.
Crystal's college boyfriend showed up at the Raising Cane's that we were at, that we weren't even supposed to go to because we were trying to go to a different one. So
Yeah, somebody tried to Mid-Journey Florida frat guy, and it just appeared.
it's turning reality into the background of Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
literally, no, that's the great baby. You guys just made him green. He's in the foreground and the background. It was just super weird because like the same thing happened to Drew a while back where he saw my old roommate when he was like in a random like a flyover town on the way to Dallas. Like he was like, I saw your roommate. Like I went to the bathroom and first he said he saw a picture hanging up in there that he had only seen like one other place in his life. It was a very specific picture hanging up in the bathroom in a weird place. And then when he walked out, he saw my roommate and he was like, I have no idea why she was here. It was very incredibly weird. And she didn't recognize me. And they know each other.
Whoa, what?
Yeah. And I talked to her and she was like, oh yeah, I went down there for like a concert or something. But it was like, again, it was a random it was like a Jesse McCartney concert. It was something that was so like, what do you mean you went to not Dallas to go see Jesse? Sure, why not? So yeah, I think the singularity is getting fucked up from all the AI guys.
All right,
I think it is.
I got a couple of thoughts. First and foremost, if I saw a picture I had only seen once in my life and then saw a person that I had never that I never thought I'd see again and saw them for the first time, I'd be convinced I was about to die. And this is the DMT hitting my brain as I relive.
Yes.
This is what reliving. It's a Jesse McCartney concert in Houston, I guess.
Sure.
The second thing is I love being sick and having something extraordinarily weird happen and then learning once I get better that it was not, as you said, in fact, a fever dream. It was a real, you going, wait, that was part of reality? And then you have to recanonize all of your fucking memories and put them together. Third is that you said that when you sneeze so much, you start to throw up. I could not stop thinking about the fact that technically speaking, they say that like a sneeze is what, 1/5 of an orgasm or whatever, which implies that you could come so hard you also want to throw up.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
And those are all my notes. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. I've been living my best life here in Minnesota, in Tim Walls, Minnesota. Which is a phrase that I've heard.
All those tampons in the bathroom, in your gender neutral bathroom in Armando.
They're hitting pretty fucking good, dude. They're like the best thing for cleaning out your nose for all the boogies, dude. It's awesome. Yeah, it's really great. I've heard like 19 different people yell the phrase in Tim Walls, Minnesota, and then point to the most sick ass thing you've ever seen in your life. They're like,
yeah,
this is what life is like in Tim Walls, Minnesota. And they're talking about legalized marijuana, Satanist sculptures in the middle of like state parks. I don't know. They're talking about free lunches for all children, the ending of homeless veterans. Like every single time they're like, in Tim Walls, Minnesota, it's the most kick-ass fucking thing you could possibly think of. I love it here.
It sounds like Tim Walls, Minnesota is what California thinks it is.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, a little bit. And also, here's a really fun part is that they legalized marijuana, I think, last year recreationally. Sick. And coming in the new year, they're going to like finally start implementing it so that people can have recreational marijuana. I've been coming to Minnesota for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And finally, it feels like, as a Californian coming to Minnesota, it feels like going back home for the holidays and seeing your little brother and being like, dude, are you fucking cool now? Are you smoking the fucking weed? Whoa! I expected this from Oregon, but from you? Wild. This is fucking sick, man. And yeah, it's so cool. They're not doing that Delta 9 shit anymore. They're doing real, honest to goodness marijuana.
Please. Delta 8. Delta 9's the real weed.
Oh, well, they had Delta 9 here for a while, so I guess they've just had regular marijuana.
Oh, it's a loophole.
Oh yeah, there's like fully legal weed in Austin now. Like it ain't the fake shit.
I bought a 25 milligram beverage in a shell the other day. That's illegal.
The thing that I'm laughing at is
wait, I'm sorry. And then the guy behind the counter pulled out what looked like an empty protein, like big muscle milk powder container, opened it, and it was just full of nugs.
Yep.
Like actual weed nugs from behind the counter. And I was like, this feels like a setup. I'm good, sir, but I will take those 2 pre-rolls.
Yep. See, okay, this is exactly what I was going to say, is that you said there's a loophole in Austin where there's fully free legal weed, but the loophole is the fact that no one knows what Delta 8 was, and 5 different smoke shops just sold me straight up ounces of real weed.
Yes, it's literally what it is.
Because they were like, I was like, is this Delta 8? And they were like, what? No, that's Skywalker Kush. Unless you're a cop, then yeah, that's Delta 8.
Yeah. Well, because like what are you going to do? Run this down to the crime lab?
Yeah.
Fucking course
Also,
not.
It's all like, so you can't. The thing about like once Delta 8 got through, we might as well have had full federal legalization of weed because it smells the same. It doesn't feel the same. If you smoke it, you'll know what it is. But also, we've gotten to the point with like THCA is a thing, and it's like, well, for the uninformed, what's THCA? Well, normal THC is just THC, right? THCA is a cannabinoid that is exactly like THC in every single way, psychoactively, how it affects you, what it does to you when you imbibe it. The only difference between illegal THC and legal THCA is that the cannabinoids in THCA are not active until it is heated. How do you consume weed?
Heating up the THC?
Yeah, so as soon as it's burned, it just becomes THC. But because it is in an unburned state, as THCA,
it's a legally distinct substance.
It is a legally distinct substance.
That's really
incredible.
Interesting. I'm loving this realization that like that it's like we tried to outlaw dating Latinas, but it was like, but Salvadorians are fine though. That's cool.
Right.
That's cool. For all intents and purposes, you're not going to be able to tell the difference.
and then the same when you heat them up too.
Oh my
Jesus.
God. All right. Are y'all ready to give some advice to some
Absolutely.
of our lovely, lovely holiday boyfriends? This is coming out on, I guess it's actually coming out on Christmas Eve. I fucked up.
Oh.
Dun 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 dun. Let's go.
I did.
Coming out on Christmas Eve is my favorite Hallmark movie. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Starring Kristen Stewart and any brunette actress.
Oh my God. All right. I am going to be fully honest with you. I fucked up. I thought that Christmas had already happened. And in my stupid brain, I prepared for us a New Year's episode. And so I'm going to slightly pivot for right now and read to you essentially a Hallmark movie of an email that we got other day that I read. So we're going to pivot. We're going to do this. This is our Hallmark movie episode.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, gang. I would like to tell you a bit about how my girlfriend and I got stuck together and then how soon after tragedy struck. So we met at our friend's house party back in September. She thought I liked her friend, which was not remotely true, but it allowed for a good foundation where we got to be friends first. We hung out with friends together a lot for about 3 weeks, and then one weekend, when we were supposed to go to karaoke with a big group of friends, everyone bailed on us. I ended up singing Michael Bublé's Haven't Met You Yet. It worked, and we had our first kiss.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's the first time I think that's ever happened.
Yeah, they said it like it was
how
a
he met
move,
his wife?
like a classic move.
Isn't that how he met his wife?
Michael Bublé?
Yeah, because he was like, "You're so hot, and I don't speak Spanish," and she was like, "But your voice." He's like a hot Latino wife, and like they had like a language barrier, but his voice is so beautiful.
God
that
damn.
they got through it.
Michael Bublé just breaking down barriers, getting to those Salvadorians or whatever. Now, leading up to and into the start of our relationship, she talked to me and our friends about how her dad has been sick for a long time and things have not been going well. He's been in and out of the hospital a lot and is living in a nursing home, but everyone could see the writing on the wall. Not 2 months into the relationship, I get a call late at night. It happened. Her family got the call that her father was found unresponsive and had passed away. Fast forward a few days, and I am currently writing this to you while waiting outside of the funeral home. My girlfriend and her family are arriving any minute. I've been asked to be with them during the wake. I've never been to a full-service wake before as an adult. What do? How do I support my girlfriend and her family? My current plan is to just stand there, and if I see a tear, to have a tissue ready. Any advice would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, so unless this is going out live, how are we giving you advice for a thing that's happening right now? Like this, so have I hope you will have done this. In the your job as a someone who's not deeply emotionally invested, who's been invited to a funeral and a wake, is literally just to have no problems. Your job is to be invisible and like carry a bag, open a door. You are there to be helpful and unobtrusive and have basically no wants or needs of your own. You need you need to function essentially, you need to buttle. You're essentially like an emotional butler is what you need to kind of function as for the next like 24 to 36 hours. It's a pretty thankless job. You won't be thanked. Because in
fact, you'll be yelled at.
You might even get but yeah, no, your job right now is to be largely invisible, except when things need doing. Things need. Oh my God, the plates and cups you're gonna clean up after. Wake.
Dude, you're gonna do so many dishes. Yeah. You're basically just there to absorb liquids into your suit jacket and hand things to people and also speak on behalf of in the most dire of situations.
Yeah. I wanted to touch on something that Andrew said earlier. First of all, I would like to thank you for being the Jesus Christ of boyfriends whose girlfriends are about to lose a father. Because while this advice might not be able to help you, somebody listening to it will be able to glean some kind of advice from what we're saying in your situation. Yes. Also, and secondly, you can listen to this after the funeral and decide. It's basically like grading your own test is what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
I have something to say that might make both of you really mad at me. And we can cut it out and also end the recording if it does. To my knowledge, both of you have lost your fathers, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Were you... Okay.
You think so for me, not yourself. You'd know. I think.
I don't know. Here's the thing with me and my father is my father could die and I probably wouldn't hear about it for like 3 weeks, like through the grapevine.
Your cousin would post on Facebook and you'd be like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, it would not be it would be my grandmother. And
your grandma.
She would post about her warrior son who fought valiantly in the house of God and is now joining Jehovah up in the stars or whatever.
Right. And then post a photo where he's like a Jedi Force ghost.
Which Andrew's not even doing a bit. My grandmother did that. She did that. She took a photo. Uncle. She took a photo of her kneeling at her husband, my late grandfather's grave, and added in my grandfather and my uncle as Force ghosts.
Yep. She learned Canva for that, dude.
It's the sickest shit I've ever seen in my life, dude. It fucking
without
rocks.
question.
Dude, can we get your grandma to make a picture for the carousel?
Yeah. Yes, I gotta hit her up. I'm gonna see if I can find the photo. I'm gonna blur out faces. It's too good to not share.
It's too good. Yeah.
It's too good.
Oh my god.
So yes, to answer your question, yes, both of us have lost our fathers.
Did you?
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry for your loss. Were you either of you dating somebody at the time that it happened?
Yes.
It's really funny that you say that. Yes.
Well, Griff, I'm pretty familiar with who you were dating at the time.
Yeah.
How, and you can take turns. How did you feel that your partner did? If you want to share, you also certainly do not have to. And what things did you expect from your partner when it happened? Or what things do you wish would have happened if that's even easier?
I will say the caller did one better than my situation because they answered the call. They were there for that to answer the call.
Sure.
In my scenario, the person I was dating was in the house with me when it happened and slept through it. So
Like an earthquake?
yeah,
Okay.
except an earthquake where your dad's dead.
So Northridge. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So don't do that. So they already did that good. Everything after though they did pretty good, like with the helping me out, keeping me distracted, telling jokes. But that one part was a little unforgivable and eventually ended up in the erosion of our entire relationship.
Sure.
So the fact
word?
that you were there to answer the call when it happened, hey, you're leagues ahead. That's grade A. You could honestly, you can probably ride that wave for like the next year if you guys stay together.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
And then the after stuff, like first of all, he's messaging us like outside the wake. That is so thoughtful to be like, to just to be like, I need to know once you guys read this question, what I can also further do. Kind of feels like what this is. So like again, just like be there for them, do the talking when they need the talking done, but also just like, it's gonna sound weird, but it's gonna get like to a period where she's probably I'm assuming it's his girlfriend or as a guy and his girlfriend, where she's gonna be like, you get the morbids where it's like you just start joking about it and making everyone else uncomfortable. Like when my dad died, I got 2 of the exact same sympathy cards from different families. and also a grand total of around $25. Various cards.
It's not a birthday. You don't have
It's
to
not
put
a
money in the
birthday.
card.
Right. I don't need to see. I don't need to be mourning my father open a card and Abe Lincoln fall out. You know what I mean?
Literally, it was 120 and 15.
Insane.
Old people are insane.
I'm sorry you lost your father. Here's a war bond. It's like, Grandma, these aren't even things anymore.
Sorry your dad's dead. Would you like a small unmodified latte from Starbucks with no alternative milk?
I'm pretty
Not
sure
including tax.
I'm pretty sure this card's got 1685 left on it. There you go.
Yeah, I was also, when my father passed away, I was seeing someone at the time, no names, but F-. In terms of it was a bad scene, dog. I remember there was a conversation like literally the night that he passed away about how this would affect their trip home.
No.
That's way worse than mine. That
over
is,
the holidays. Yeah.
That's way worse than mine.
Yeah.
What?
No. Yeah, and guess what? It didn't end right there. It went on for a couple more years. That was a bad scene.
Andrew, no. Like, I mean, I get it. You don't want to be like double alone, but also it's like, what cost?
Truly, it's like, and I just remember in like sort of the aftermath and the Frank stuff was like, I cannot believe that like the night my mom called me and I'm like racking sobs. I'm like heaving, crying, the most distraught I've ever been. Also having to put out this other fire, like
that
insane.
But Andrew, she already bought the plane tickets. Andrew, they're non-refundable because you told her that getting the refundable tickets is a waste of money.
All right. Hold on. First of all, I would say that I haven't had my parents pass away. Neither of my parents have passed away. Scoreboard. And I'm so sorry. I have had multiple other family members pass away. I think I told this story on RTP about the night that my uncle passed away. is that he was doing very poorly. It was the same thing where like the writing was on the wall. We all knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time for him to pass away. And my stepmom called me and goes, "Mijo, your uncle is not doing well, and this is probably going to be his last night. If you want to say goodbye, you have to like drive to where he was, like Palm Springs area, to like come say goodbye." And I was in Los Angeles, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna warn you, it's gonna take me a little longer to get there because I just ate halal guys, which historically 100% of the time I've eaten it has given me horrible diarrhea.
Stop eating it. Stop eating the halal guys.
It's too good. It's too good.
I know it's good. I know it's good. I know that tzatziki is good. I know that the spicy tzatziki fries is the best thing on the menu. I know that their hummus is covered in too much olive oil, but that's what makes it fuck. But you gotta listen to your body.
So I'm mid-plate in halal guys, getting this phone
Stop
call.
eating it. Why did you keep
getting the
eating
call
it?
to action? And I go, okay, I gotta do it. And I put the halal guys in the trash. I pack a little bag. I get in the car and I fucking drive to Palm Springs.
It's like a 3-hour drive, right?
It is, and it took a lot longer because about every hour or so, I had to stop at a local Denny's to just blow up their fucking bathroom. And I remember that I was in, I want to say Banning. I was in Banning, California, shitting my brains out in the bathroom of a Denny's, the single stall bathroom of a Denny's. And I get the call between farts, and they go, "Mijo, I'm so sorry, he passed." And I was like, no, can I call you back? And just had to.
You're just crying from your eyes and your asshole.
Yeah, all orifices leaking.
They're calling him the I-10 Ripper. They're calling him the Grand Slam Bandit.
Yeah, more like the I-10 River. Fuck me.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was really bad, but it was like in that moment, again, it's funny now, but I was like devastated and farting and pooping, and again, it's hard for that to not be funny. But I remember the moments when you find out is like so raw and so upsetting and so delicate that you just like, you need the sympathy from the people, and especially the people closest around you. So here's the thing, and Andrew, I know you know this, but the fact that like your partner was like, "What about my $300 flight?" And I hate to put it this way, I hate to use my scumbag brain in this way, but you just got the world's greatest gift that you could give your partner, and it only costs you $300, dude. You just canceled a trip. Eat the fucking cost. You are a hero for life. They will love you.
It doesn't matter, even if you broke up in the most horrific way possible down the line, you would still have to give them their flowers over that one incident, no matter what happens. Yeah. So, hey, set yourself up for success.
Set yourself up for success, dude.
Practice this phrase. Just say, hey, can I get you whatever it is? Hey, can I get you another drink? Hey, do you need a, like, going to, like, it's like, hey, are you done with that? I'll take the plate. You take it in, wash it. Like, just, I'm talking, just have your head on a goddamn swivel for any type of minor need.
Hey, that look at you so far.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah. Have the foresight to like, hey, I know we're leaving in the morning. I already packed the stuff. Like I already packed the bags.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Me and Armando shared mental illness is showing, because I'm like, God, that's such a scummy thing. We're giving such scummy advice. Yeah, just like be proactive and like anticipate her needs at that time, so she doesn't have to think about stuff, because she's gonna want everything to be on autopilot. You know, like a real piece of shit would.
Scumbag, a fucking garbage person.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, by the way, take a page from the Griff playbook. You know her favorite restaurants. You know her favorite like. Hey, you're in a different town. What are her favorite like fast food places, or the places that was like have that shit. Have those things fucking have DoorDash app open. Yeah. Get ready to have that shit delivered. No one wants to in the moments of grief. No one wants to make minded decisions like so. Do you know where you might want to get food tonight? Yeah, shut the fuck up. No, it's already on the way.
It's on the way. Hey, I ordered pizza from that place you like. That solid done.
Yes.
It'll be here in 5 minutes.
You are essentially a political fixer. That is your job in this
Yes.
You are Kerry Washington in Scandal, and you have it handled. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, if you're looking for I guess insight, the fact that you cared enough to know that you should be doing something. Here's the thing. The subject line of the email was, and then her dad died.
Oh yeah, which is also, I have the midnight snack email synced to my phone, so that just came through to my email, like my notifications, like yesterday. I think while I was in the car, sick, feverish, getting driven to Atlanta, and I was just like, I'm sure this will come up later. I didn't see what inbox it was for. I didn't see that it was a midnight snack email. So all I got was an Outlook notification that just said subject line, and then her dad died.
Yeah, it was just subject line, and then her dad died. The fact that you were like, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing that? I thought this was going to be like, hey man, I was going to break up with this girl, and then her dad died, and now I feel like I can't. Which also, now that I think about it, I think another thing that you have is you have to stay with this person for at least 6 months now, I think.
Yeah, I think. If she wants you.
If she wants you. Yeah, that's the thing. I already broke up with myself. There's no need. I took care of it.
I took care of it.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I yelled. I sent myself 3 paragraphs of yelling about all of my biggest insecurities.
Yeah. And I accidentally Instagram called myself at 3 a.m.
It's you said they've been together for 2 months, right?
Yes.
Honestly, at this point, I feel like all the advice we've given is also just advice if you were a friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It doesn't really if it was just a friend that this was happening to, this is also very useful advice. So I feel like, if anything, it's setting up at least a basis of closeness and intimacy that could also just be platonic. So if that doesn't work out.
Bingo.
Ugh, I hate it when we're genuine. I want to throw up and die.
Maybe you just sneezed 7 times.
Yeah, maybe the 7th one will get me. Isn't that an urban legend?
Which one?
Like a kid's urban legend. If you sneeze 7 times in a row, your brain will explode or something.
That's what I've always heard. But if you sneeze 7 times in a row,
Ripley's fact.
Your brain will explode. If you flush all the toilets in the school at the same time, it'll make the mega flush, and the school will sink into the ground. Which I'm realizing might have only been super real to us in LA because, earthquakes. The fact that sometimes the ground just do open up and swallow you whole.
Dude. LA do be shaking, bro. This guy's living like a B tier Hallmark movie right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
The ones that there's a 1% of them that star men and not Melissa Joan Hart, and this is one of them. The people who like Hallmark movies are gonna love that joke, by the way. Melissa Joan Hart is all over that shit. Speaking of, quick tangent while Armando looks for another email. There is a thing that I cannot get out of my head because I am a Lifetime and Hallmark movie enjoyer because I would rather watch slop than ever experience a moment of silence in my entire life. But
sure.
There's something so quaint about watching a Hallmark Christmas movie where we all have the jokes of it's the high-powered businesswoman who goes home for the holidays and oh my god, the love of her life is still in the city that she grew up in, and he teaches her how to relax and have fun again. And I'm sorry, but that movie can no longer be made because that guy is just a dude in a snapback who's posting on Snapchat to 19-year-old girls, what's the move tonight? And he's 40 and he's deep, and he's all of his money is wrapped up in DraftKings and stock options that are not going to pay off for him.
To a coin,
yeah, he lost all his money in Hawk to a coin, and he's definitely he's so racist, dude. He wasn't racist in high school. He's full QAnon conspiracy MAGA racist now. That movie can no longer get made. He's not a hot guy. He's not the dad from the Sonic movie with abs that you come back home to. He's the dude who's hitting on the 16-year-old waitress at the O'Charlie's. That that movie does not exist in real life anymore.
He's the guy who wants to show a 16-year-old his Blue Lives Matter Punisher tattoo. Like,
Yes.
check it. It's fresh.
Yeah, and when I flex, it's like it's talking, and it's just like a waterbed essentially.
Yeah, that dude is you guys are men, so I don't know if you experience this, but like as a woman, as a girl, when you're a girl and you have female friends, you have your friends. This is so bad. Your friends' dads come in two categories, and it is you get ghost dad and you get creepy dad. Ghost dad is the dad where if you go over to your friend's house and it's like a bunch of girls like laughing and being loud, he has locked himself in the room that is the furthest away in the house, put on like headphones, and is just sitting in a corner being like, I need the evil to leave my presence. Like will like, you will hear a knock on the door, and when you open it, it'll be like $40 and a note that says pizza on it. And then you will not see him for the duration of the night. And the other dad is creepy dad, who just lingers. He's just there.
How you girls doing?
Yeah, he's just like in the doorway. He's in various states of undress throughout the day, and you're like, "Hey, can you tell your dad that we don't like it when he comes over in his Hanes beefy tee and his sweatpants that have a hole in them right at the dickhead level? Can you tell your dad to not do that?"
Yeah,
and it's not like creepy intent. It's just like a thing that like I guess maybe men don't have like an awareness of their presence sometimes, especially when you're again a teenage girl, and it's like, yeah, I don't like when your dad just kind of moseys about and watches us.
Yeah.
Get
this ambling, shuffling weirdo.
Yeah,
out of the common space.
That's the dad. That's the man who is left behind. That's your high school boyfriend that is left behind. That's all that's to say is that's that guy.
Yeah.
Don't leave your fiance in New York for that guy. Your fiance in New York who goes to therapy and you don't have to beg in the shower. Just stay with him.
Yeah, here's what I will say. I'm not at all excusing creepy dad, because we've all seen creepy dad and it sucks and I don't like it and I hate it. And man, the amount of times that I've heard of, not to me, but a phrase to somebody else like, and not from my father, I have to be clear, but a phrase like, I remember when you were small, you've really grown up.
Oh God! Yeah. To jail, straight to no trial.
100%.
Straight to jail.
Black side.
Straight to jail.
Fucking back in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm not defending that at all because that's fucking creepy and gross, and I don't like it. But what I will defend is my right to wear fucking ratty ass sweatpants and a Hanes beefy tee in my home. There's something that happens when you become what I would call dad aged, which I don't know what it is for you guys, but for me, it's like 15 onward. There's a thing that happens where all you want to do is walk around your home, your property, in the least amount of clothing possible, and no amount of other people there is going to stop you. Basically, growing up, when I would go visit my dad and also my brothers, they would just walk around the house in boxers and nothing else. Who didn't matter who was home. And I'm talking, my brothers are like 2 or 3 years older than me, and then like 2 or 3 years younger than me, I think. I don't know much about my brothers, if I'm being honest. I'm a bad brother.
That is a male cousin behavior at its peak. Yeah.
I submit that boxers with a front dick hole should be outlawed. We should go ahead and maybe Trump's tariffs will come for those.
Those should be medically prescribed only by doctors to men who are experiencing infertility issues. You should not be able to go to a Walmart and buy a 10-pack of button fly loose boxers. Those are and if you do, you should be put on a list.
It should be a class 1 fucking. You need
controlled substance. It's over the counter.
Yeah.
I gotta,
they should be harder to get than guns, frankly.
I have to tell you guys something, and there's no way you believe me. There's no way you actually believe the thing that I'm about to tell you. It's not even that unbelievable, but it's okay. I did not know that boxers had the little open front part of them. I thought that growing up, I thought all underwear basically came closed and encased.
Self-contained.
Yeah, they had that. And the reason that I thought that is because I didn't know that when my mother would buy boxers for me or my stepfather, before giving them to us, she would sew it fucking shut.
Good.
Yeah, she would take the boxers with the little flap in it, with the little dick window, and then she would sew it shut and then give it to us. So both of us only had boxers that didn't do that.
Your mom invented the boxer brief.
Yes.
Your dick popping out of it like Scrooge on Christmas morning.
You were there.
Ebenezer Splooge. There we go. We got it.
Your mom DIY'd a chastity cage for your boxers.
My dick popping out and like a boiled goose for everyone.
Oh man, Mondo's dick popped through the boxer seam. That's 6 more weeks of winter.
Well, I can't fight you there. There's certainly a lot more white on the ground when that happened.
Okay, next question.
Wait, no, next question. Did she ever tell you why?
No, she just said that she preferred it that way. And as a kid, I just went, okay, it must be easier for laundry because I was a dumb fucking little kid. But now I'm understanding. Yeah, it was probably a lot better for her. I don't know. Andrew, you and I live together. We're roommates.
Yes. Correct.
When you were gone, boy, howdy, did I walk around the house in just boxers. I did it. And I'm not going to lie to you. And I know that you knew that I would do it too.
Of course.
Have you been walking around naked in the house?
Not naked in the house. I wear boxer briefs. I don't wear boxers again because, like I said, illegal.
Respectable.
We live in a society, and no. So I have boxer briefs. So I've been walking around in some boxer briefs. I will say I have not sat on any communal surfaces like the couch in the boxer briefs. I go from like bathroom to my room.
Yeah, standing in the kitchen.
Yes,
standing in the kitchen, washing a dish.
I will say, I will agree with that. The fact that you and I, we share a space and we're not in love or fucking, it prohibits the ability to sit on the couch with just boxers. I would never do that.
Correct.
Also, there is the wild card of a dog in the house.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about having it. Like this doesn't work with cats because cats are just. Ugh. But like having a dog in that, especially like a larger dog, the amount of exposed you want to be diminishes a lot.
Sure does.
It diminishes, I'd say linearly or exponentially based on the distance of your genitals to your dog's nose at standing height.
Yep.
The want for that decreases. So like all my clothes, my closet is in my bathroom. But my like underwear and socks are in like drawers in in my bedroom.
Sure.
So I always bring my stuff in with me to go shower. I forgot one time. There is nothing worse than walking out of the shower and just your dog like a fucking beeline wet nose trying to get at you, and it's just like absolutely not weird. Nope. It is walking backwards in your whole own home like your dog is like a wolf pack descending upon you because you're like, I don't want you near me. Honestly, I'm uncomfortable that you're looking at me right now. I don't know how conscious you are.
Right. Yeah.
I'm never more aware of my own like nudity than when my dog like looks up at me from a nap and I'm like, do you know I don't have a bra on right now? Are you judging me? Can you tell?
Go to your cage.
Do you think I'm schlepping about that I'm disheveled? Like,
Right.
I feel high. And also, you've seen my dog. She has a very judgmental face. She has judgmental eyes.
Yeah, your dog always does feel like it's giving me side eye. Your dog's resting face.
She gives so much side eye.
I wouldn't do that.
It is.
I wouldn't do that.
She's
if
like
I
the
was
fucking the Shiba meme, but no smile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
just judgment.
Your dog's resting face is really,
No,
really.
my dog's
Seriously?
resting face is. I wouldn't do that. That's not what I would have done. But okay.
No. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. So I guess what we're trying to say here is just be supportive of your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Be more supportive than a button fly boxer.
Yeah.
That's your only job.
Yeah, just be there, be around there. Be okay with visiting her childhood home, and just whenever you're at the bar, look out, dude. Look out for that ex-boyfriend that doesn't go to therapy, that has stayed there, is running his parents' farm, because that guy is going to fucking steal her from you, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's got those cheese grater abs from volunteering at the fire department. You know.
That dude, I feel like LA and movies ruined me, because I always thought that when you grew up, you were just going to get, first of all, I thought you were just going to get recast, if that makes any sense at all. Well, okay,
Sure.
Check this out.
Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah, because when you see a kid in a movie, they're played by one actor, and then they skip forward 25 years, and suddenly they're John Cena. And I was like, well, that's going to happen to me. You know, I look like Guillermo from fucking What We Do in the Shadows, but I'm going to grow up, and I'm going to be The Rock. And then it doesn't happen. Anyway, yeah. So movies did that to me, and then Los Angeles lied to me and told me that adults grow up to be hot and sexy, and it's only some of them, apparently. And that fucking blows and rips ass. So we've been recording for about 52 minutes. I want to save these New Year's questions for next week, because that episode will actually come out on New Year's Eve. So instead, I am going to read another email that we got a while ago. Dearest boyfriends, let me preface this by saying this is not a bit. And now some background. I, 40 male, have been an Rooster Teeth fan since pretty much the beginning. I love the RT podcast, and I especially loved it more ever since you guys took over. So much so that I downloaded them onto my phone and keep them on my phone so I can listen to them over and over again when I need a laugh. So it's understandable that I would want to share this thing that brings me so much joy with my wife, who is 38. To start, we started listening to boyfriend material, and she's even going back and listening to the RT podcast starting from when the boyfriends took over. Here's where the problems start.
Oh, no.
I'm sending this from standing outside divorce court. And
She loves boyfriend material, but she especially loves Andrew Roses. I get it. Who doesn't? Am I right? So much so that we've had conversations about getting mattress. And bleep that out, please. Bleep out that fucking brand name.
Sure.
They don't get it for free anymore.
yeah.
I can only assume it's that she wants it so that she'll get to sleep in the same bed as Andrew. She wants to get shade glasses. Bleep that out. Bleep that out. No free ones.
Yeah.
I can only assume so that she knows what it's like to see the world through the same lenses that Andrew does. Don't even get me started on her reaction when Andrew was quoting Tucker Carlson about giving America a vigorous spanking. She is especially excited now that you've passed 500 supporters on Patreon, and Andrew's Good Girls is finally a thing that she can listen to. So here's my ask. Is Andrew willing to do or say something that will seriously give her the ick? Like, maybe admit that he's a huge Trump supporter or something like that. I know it's a big ask, so here's an even bigger ask. Would Andrew be willing to do me a big favor? Would Andrew be willing to do me a big favor and sleep with her, but be like really bad in bed?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Like really, really bad.
Andrew Andrew's face is the color of his brick red Nike sweatshirt right now.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'll have to pretend.
Barring that, I don't really know what to do. Should I just give in and give up? Because honestly, I know Andrew would love her and take care of all of her needs, especially with his big old snake dick.
Oh my fucking god!
I forgot about that. It's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's a bad thing.
So I guess my question is, have you ever introduced your significant other to something and then ended up regretting it? Anyways, big fan. Love you guys.
Oh my fucking god. Oh, caller, thank you so much. I would be more than happy to wildly disappoint your significant other. Yeah, I will, let me see. First of all, yeah, no foreplay. I'm just going straight P to V. No warm up. It's
Dick hanging out of boxer flap.
Yeah, you're not warming up either. It's getting mushed.
Yeah. I'm thumbing it in. And
Can we release a special one-off of Andrew's Good Girls where Andrew reads a terrible one of those like bad women's anatomy posts from Reddit. Maybe that'll give her the ick.
That's even funnier because they'll have to pay $69 a month for at least 1 month to get the.
Oh no. We'll email this one directly to the caller.
Special. This is custom content.
Oh my fucking god!
We'll have Andrew inaccurately describe where the fallopian tubes go and how they're involved in the sexual process.
God, yeah.
Bad Women's Anatomy is the best subreddit in the world. Truly a gift.
I mean, it's like, I don't know if you guys ever read like erotic stories online. I just realized who I'm talking to. Half of you do. Growing up reading them, and first of all, it feels very dorky to admit that at one point I jerked it to a book, essentially. But I love reading how men think women work, where it was like, and his throbbing member pounded her cervix, and you're like, oh,
I was literally gonna say that. I was like, if that's happening, I'm not having a good time.
Yeah, that sounds painful.
Or sometimes they'll be like, it went through it, and I'm like, you don't know what that means, because if that happens, first of all, blacking out. She's blacked out, dead. Like, what are you talking? That's where babies come from.
Yeah, and I love how it's like all the language is all florid up until like the last thing that belongs to a woman, and then it gets medical. Like it's like he pulled out his engorged, throbbing member that glistened under the moonlight and pounded her cervix. Like it just it was like, okay, wait, why did it become weirdly clinical there at the last word?
Why did it become a biology essay at the end there? It's so weird.
His hard beepus gave the baby a high five.
Jesus. Oh god, that's like those senators that were like, we can't have free tampons because women shouldn't have free sex toys.
What?
Yeah, the senator was like, we can't have tampons be free because women. Why would we give free sex toys to women? And I was like, if you think any woman has ever gleaned any pleasure from putting a tampon in, that is very telling, Senator.
The species is circling the drain, folks. Dude, like we're so not meant for this planet. Like,
that's unrelated. You can take this out. This is unrelated to anything. You guys know the 100-guy gangbang girl?
Yes. Yes. Sure, yeah. Yes.
The saddest story I've ever heard in my entire life. Like not even to slut shame, mostly just sad because while men are monsters, she was doing like an interview and she was like, yeah, we prioritize the guys who are tested. And he was like, oh, like you don't have to be tested. And she was like, well, I mean, we prioritize the ones who are. And he was like, you're not worried about like HIV or whatever from someone like coming in your mouth. And she was like, can you get it that way?
Oh my God.
And I was like, we're cooked, bro. We're cooked.
Oh my God.
It's over. It's never been more over. We've never been more over. It's shut it down. Like the government under Republican rule, shut it down.
You know what I do want to say about the 100 guy lady is that I wish somebody would have had reactions to me like they did to her when I said I was going to eat Taco Bell 100 times in a year. Which is just a year. It's just a standard year for me.
Yeah, I was going to say I feel like that's pretty on par.
That's only 1/3 of the year.
Yeah, I could do
almost only like a quarter, really.
I could do it. Supersize me, but like for a whole year instead.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Oh,
no, he is. He's super dead. He's super dead from the cirrhosis of the liver that he got from the alcoholism, and not from the fucking Big Macs like he kept telling us it was.
That's right.
That's my favorite part of that documentary is when he goes to the doctor. They're like, "Yeah, dude, you got the liver of like an alcoholic of 30 years." And he's like, "Must have been the Big Macs."
Must have been the Big Mac sauce.
It's not the handle of whiskey I drink every other day.
Literally.
Well, to be fair, they shouldn't be serving a handle of whiskey at the McDonald's play place where I get it.
I don't think you should be able to supersize your Jameson.
A handle of whiskey at McDonald's is called the McMick.
And
I can say that because I'm Irish.
I want to so bad now just make like a Jameson ad, but instead of it chilling in like ice, it's just in the ball pit. A sippy cup with a rocks glass sippy cup.
Baby's first nip.
Oh my god, Andrew, I need you to say something that's gonna give this woman the ick so we can get the fuck out of here.
I'll send it to you privately. We've got the email. I'll send it to you. Your wife's getting the ick big time.
Coward.
Okay, fine. I am very excited about the return of your president and mine, Donald J. Trump.
All right, cool. Editor, cut that out, isolate it, and then put it at the beginning of the episode out of context.
Yeah. Out of context.
All right, folks. Thank you for joining us. It's been a good one. I'm glad that we were able to spend this time before Christmas, before the holidays, before Hanukkah even starts, which starts on Christmas.
Yeah.
I want to say from the bottom of my heart, and I know that my cohorts will agree with this, is that we are so thankful that you choose to listen to this show. I've been here in Minnesota doing a couple shows, and the amount of people that have come out has been truly staggering. But the amount of people who can both quote things from boyfriend material or even just tell me that they like it is mind-boggling. I mean, it hurts the brain to like, you see the number, right? You see the number in the metrics and the statistics, and you go, okay, the number go big, that good. But then you realize that each number, a person. And that is just mind-boggling to me that a human being would spend any amount of time listening to us say the stupid fucking awful things that we say and enjoy it and come back for more.
let alone 100,000 times, which we hit 100,000 like total downloads like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "What?
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
Wild.
It's
truly
wild.
Truly wild. In 28 episodes, truly wild."
So we've been doing this for 28. Almost 20, I guess technically, because the first two were done 2 weeks at a time. So let's see. We've been doing
32.
We've been doing this for like 32 weeks, I guess now.
Yeah.
And I am never going to stop. We're going to keep doing this until they put me in the ground in 3 years.
And even still, we're going to do it on your grave. We'll have.
Is the ground what they're calling the denaturalization sentence?
Brother, the way I have my passport with me at all times while I'm here.
All
I
times?
swear
Seriously.
to God. I'm never leaving without it. Oh, man. I told you about getting pulled over here the first time I came here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, the cop put his
yeah.
hand on his gun and went, "Ope," and I was like, you can't do that, dude. You cannot.
Friend.
You cannot
Simply
make
can't.
that noise when you kill me.
Just because you were reaching for it.
All right, folks. Hey, if you want to find me on social media, I'm very easy to find. I'm at Mondo Does Stuff, MANDO Does Stuff, all one word. When this episode comes out, I will still be in Minnesota. I have 2 shows left on December 26th, the day after Christmas. I'll be at the Bryant Lake Bowl, and I will be doing Darlings, 2 incredible shows here in Minnesota. Come out, check them out. You're going to love it. After that, I'll be doing some shows in LA and then the Pacific Northwest. And Andrew Roses is going to come with us.
Yeah, hosting the shows out in the PNW.
Yeah, so we're still adding more shows. The Portland tickets have not gone online, but the Salem tickets that are for January, I believe 24th, maybe 25th. I don't remember, but that week they are on sale now. You can go to www.comedyirl.net. We couldn't get .com.
Yes.
comedyirl.net, and it'll give you all the information that you need as well as links to tickets. And yeah, folks, that's going to do it for me. Andrew, what do you got going on? Pussy.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah. It is a wonderful time to be alive. I will also echo Mondo's sentiment in that it really, truly does blow my mind that we get to do this and that you guys do listen to the show. And I never, ever, ever get tired of people like reaching out and saying that they're fans of the show, that they're fans of our work, and that we get to do cut ups. We do japes and jokes, and the fact that people listen and quote it and are so nice and complimentary and listen is really truly staggering. So it's something to be thankful for. That I definitely am here at the end of the year as we take stock, and look back on the last 2024, which is what first half of 2024, real garbage dump.
Kind of bad Q1.
Mm-hmm.
Real bad Q1.
Bad
Q2 wasn't great either. But
Q4 also kind of dog shit.
Well, we really hit our stride, and once we started doing this, it really started picking up.
Yeah. You mean podcasting?
Q3 was solid.
I thought you meant killing CEOs.
Mamma mia.
Mama. Oh, so yeah, it's a me, Andrew Roses, saying thank you again so very, very much. If you want to check me out, Instagram.com is andrewrosas.ig. That's the best place to reach me and the things that I'm doing. Also, Blue Sky, I'm on there. And looking forward to a beautiful Christmas and a wonderful New Year. And we will talk to you very soon. Griff, what do you have?
Yeah, I am also filled with an abundance of thankfulness for everybody. I feel like we spent this last year curating a little community of our own, and it's been very fulfilling. I love you guys. I'm sick of some of you guys being funnier than me in the comments of my own posts and in the Discord that I build brick by brick, but that is okay. I see you guys. I see your fits. Y'all stay dripped the fuck up. We are very proud of our fans. Yeah. I like to think that we have some of the most well-dressed fans and also some of the funniest fans, and we will keep bringing that into the new year. If you want to find me, I am the underscore indoor kid on all platforms that allow an underscore. If you want to find me elsewhere, I will be putting a fake address and fake name into the Minute Clinic fill out form because I have to go to a doctor. I feel feverish and I don't have health insurance, so I will be doing lies to them. So you know that you can just give them a fake name. They can't track you down. They don't ask for ID at those places.
That's right.
Hey.
That's a real scumbag tip.
Yeah, you don't need health insurance if you can run fast enough when the bill comes.
Yeah.
And that just goes for everything. You don't need a credit card if you can outrun a waiter.
You don't need a credit card if you got tied up, if you got laced up shoes.
Yeah, the It Follows sequel isn't about STDs. It's about medical
debt.
It's about medical debt.
Yes, and from the bottom of our hearts, we want you to know that every Old Navy employee is taught to just ignore anyone stealing from them and do absolutely nothing.
And that only Walmart and Target prosecute.
Hey, you know what? I don't know if you're listening to this still, if you're still on this part of the episode, and I'll probably make a post about this. I think it would be really cool if you sent in, if you were able to record, don't worry about the audio quality, but record like a message for the boyfriends. I'd love to put together, if I have time for it, an end of the year or beginning of the year, hey, thanks for all the fish type message where we hear from you. So if you have the time, if you have the ability, again, don't worry about audio quality. Send it as a goddamn voice note. Who gives a shit? If you really...
Call Armando on Instagram.
Don't you fucking dare.
Send him a voice note on Instagram.
Shut up. Stop doing that. Yeah, send us a voice note at Midnight Snack TV's Instagram account, or send it to midnightsnackcontact@gmail.com, where you can send your own questions as well. And don't forget to help us on the patreon.com/midnightsnacktv. Great way to help support the show and everything that we do. And with all that out of the way, I think we're gonna say we'll see you next week.
Next week for the new year. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.